Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 275 of the show with no name. I'm your humble host, Nick, and in today's episode, we're going to be visiting the Eastern State Hospital cemeteries out here in Medical Lake, Washington. And this is kind of a mystical and mysterious place to me. I could definitely feel the energy and the vibes when I walked into here. The cemeteries out here are divided into two sections, that being those interred from 1891 to 1942, and the other section for those buried from 1942 to 1953. And I also stumbled upon a third cemetery out here unknowingly until afterwards, and it's called the Lakeview Memorial Park. And all three of these cemeteries are kind of bunched in together over here. This place has a mystical yet creepy feeling to it. I'm also not really sure if I was supposed to be here or not. It may be private property, but I walked around for a while. You'll see the old Medical Lake Hospital later on in this episode as well. It's actually the second hospital that was built in the 30s, I believe. I don't think the original hospital is still standing. One of the sad things about these cemeteries out here, as you'll see later on in the episode during my walkthrough, is that I would say 19 out of 20 people buried here don't really have their own headstone with their name engraved into it. Most of the people buried here have a little stone above where they were placed with a number on it. So that's how you identify people out here, with numbers as opposed to their names generally. But there still were a handful of people that got their own personalized headstones out here, which was nice. The Eastern Washington Hospital for the Insane opened in 1891. And the first patients they had were transfers from a mental hospital in Western Washington. This hospital was built at a time when attention was being brought to light on how brutal and horrible mental hospitals were in the United States. Most had horrible conditions and were full of neglect and inhumane treatment. And this hospital represented a break in that tradition when they introduced more humane and moral methods of treatment. There are two very interesting people buried out here in these cemeteries, and I'll be talking about both of them in future episodes coming up on my channel. They have huge stories, and I'm still in the research and writing phase on both of them, and each one of them deserve their own episode. So you guys can look forward to those in the future. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the walkthrough of these cemeteries. It looks like I'm coming up on the back of the old state hospital right now, which is a really cool sight to behold. And be sure to stay tuned to the end of the episode, because I have a little picture montage I put together of some of the people that are buried out here whom I couldn't find any information on, but I was able to find pictures of them. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.